Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over a team that I actually saw on Reddit from the person who apparently hit rank 10 first this season, Spaghetti DSSK. I'll put a link to that thread in the description below. And basically his team is Snorlax, Shadow Snorlax lead, which luckily enough we have that Shadow Snorlax, right? And then Slowbro with Kingdra as the safe swap. So it seems like the basic premise is safe swap to Kingdra if Snorlax is losing the lead, because Kingdra and Slowbro share similar weaknesses, and then hope for a Slowbro sweep in the end. So here we go against Clefable. Obviously don't really want to switch out of this. Slowbro is going to be taking a lot of damage. Kingdra is going to be taking super effective damage. So just stay in this matchup, hope that they don't throw any shields. But if they do, you definitely get to 2 when they only get to 1. No, I'm sorry, you get to 3. And they only get to 1 move here, so the odds of them double shielding are pretty low, unless they really want to win that lead, which maybe they do, but with no shields, it'll definitely be good for you. We do win this lead, so Shadow Snorlax coming through there. I'm just going to let this go, and then probably come in with Slowbro, just because those Dragon Claws are going to be super effective, so I might as well go with this. And then I switch out here, but you don't actually need to switch out of that. Slowbro does resist the confusions of Gallade. The only thing you need to be worried about is the Leaf Blades. On Kingdra, Leaf Blade is going to be neutral because you have the Dragon typing, so I decided I'm actually going to save all my shields for Slowbro. They're probably going to shield this and farm us down. But the thing is, Slowbro is going to be able to shield once, get a little bit of extra energy here. That confusion did go through, but they're probably going to switch out anyways. Come in with the Charizard, and we're almost there. Probably you should go for Psychic in this situation because Psychic is going to have Stab, and both are neutral against Charizard either way. Yeah, you're going to see here, I only did 3 sets with this team. The first set I went 2-3. I made a lot of mistakes. And then these 2 sets that I show here, I went 4-1. But there's a lot of matchups I don't know anything about, and yeah, some of these things can be pretty scary. So this one is an interesting one that I ran into, a Lowland Sandslash. So Kingdra is going to be taking neutral from it, and Slowbro is going to be resisting, but it's also going to be resisting both Kingdra and Slowbro. So I decided to stay in with the Snorlax, and then I probably stayed in a little too late here. I wanted to take this Kingdra down a bit so that I could come into the mirror match and just farm down. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to shield once. It's probably going to be Outrage. They're never going to take it to a second move, so they probably just want to go for it. No. They go for the attack drop, which is an interesting plan as well. They're probably going to come back in with a Lowland Sandslash here. We do have this Octazooka. Really going to hope for an attack drop. Do not get it there. Probably could take this, but... Oh, yeah, I don't shield there. Okay, interesting. So I'm definitely going to go for this next Octazooka. Oh, do I shield? I guess not. I have to kind of save the shield for Slowbro. They are going to be out of energy here. Plus, Sandslash really isn't going to be able to do that much to Kingdra, right? Not Kingdra, Slowbro. Bulldoze is a really bad move, and it doesn't have Stab. And then Ice Punch is going to be resisted, and it's not a great move anyways as well. So they do come in with Drift Blim here. I go for this Ice Beam. It's going to be super effective. And then I'm going to probably switch to Snorlax, who's going to be doing super effective damage with these licks. But I believe 2 Icy Winds will take us out. And we don't really have any good charge moves to use against this Drift Blim as well, because these Body Slams are double resisted. And then I believe, someone can correct me, but I believe the superpower is... also double resisted. Ghost and flying. Yeah, I think. Oh, I have to go for the shield here. Man, they're super low, but now we're getting a reduced attack. I don't know why I throw this. I guess I get a little scared, and now I'm in a really bad position because if that Drift Blim, I'm not going to be doing as much damage because we are reduced, and if it gets to a move, it might be lights out. We may survive an Icy Wind, which we do, and we actually end up taking out that Drift Blim. So I actually just played these games. Well, I played them at, you can see 12:56. That's like that's AM. I was having a pretty restless night, so I decided to do some battles. I didn't even do any battles yesterday, so they counted towards today. And they actually switched out into this Escavalier, and I didn't know what to go into here, so I was like, okay, I'll just stay with Snorlax and go for a superpower, see if I can't take this Escavalier down. And I assumed they were going to shield this, so I actually go for a swap right after. I kind of wish I had just stayed in, shielded, and farmed down, because now we've left ourselves in a little bit of a vulnerable situation here, bringing Kingdra out, but hopefully they bring in their counter if they have one. Maybe they come back in with the Glade. It's not the worst matchup, so the Leaf Blades are neutral, like I said before. The Dragon typing is pretty good. It's actually really good for Grass and Electric. You'll see that coming up later. We've faced a lot of Ampharos. Actually, the first time I used this team, I accidentally went into Open Ultra League, because that's just what I'm used to, you know? If you've seen the videos on my channel, I've been mainly going Open Ultra League this season. And then they come in with the Obstagoon, and we already lost our Kingdra, and I have no idea how to beat this at this point, because they have 2 shields. This probably gets a shield right now, but what is Slowbro going to do? Slowbro is just not doing anything to this Pokemon. Probably have to shield. Ugh. Yeah, so the one thing I noticed in this match is, yeah, the Obstagoon definitely a big problem for this team, especially if you are switch locked, because it seems like pretty much Kingdra is going to be the only thing that could take it out, or even perhaps a Snorlax that gets a superpower off. So Swampert in the lead. So from the last video where we showed our Shadow Snorlax, I now know that I lose this lead, or I lose this matchup in all shield scenarios. So I decide to go for some damage, and then I swap out into Kingdra. I think I swapped a little too early. I should have probably taken one Hydro Cannon on Snorlax. That's, I think, the play there. We'll see, though, how this turns out. I think if we shield here, we probably can win with another Octazooka. Oh, and it wasn't Mega Horns, so really good shield there. Although now it's just a matter of if they shield or not. And, oh, they actually don't. We got the attack drop when it didn't matter at all. Nice. Oh, they have Tangrowth here. So I don't know the counts on Tangrowth, and it's my own fault because I know that it's very prevalent in Ultra Premier League. I just haven't played a lot of Premier League this season. But at this point, it seems like they have 2 moves. So I'm like, okay, I'll come in with Snorlax. I know I have a ton of HP. I know it's a Swampert in the back, which Slowbro can be pretty good against. The only thing we really have to worry about is the Earthquake, but I knew he was going to switch after that move, and I go ahead and take this Hydro Cannon. Now, I do not end up taking it down all the way here, and I do believe this is an Earthquake. You know, they farmed a ton in that lead matchup, and that actually does a lot. Slowbro is actually super tanky because it's level 40, and I'm going to let it go here and come in with Snorlax. They do have 2 shields, so I'm just going to go for the full farm down. We have 1 shield, which hopefully is enough. It just seems like he's farmed up so much, but they do decide to quit. So I'll tell you something about the Slowbro after this match real quick. So Tangrowth, I want to stay in this matchup. I believe they shield this first Body Slam, which put me in a weird situation. I'm always going to take the first move, I think, so I probably don't end up shielding here. But I need to definitely do well in this matchup. Kingdra does win against Tangrowth in the 2 shield, I believe. Spaghetti DSSK did mention this matchup in his Reddit report or thread or whatever you want to call it, and I don't remember it offhand, but I do remember thinking, you know, Kingdra's not that bad against Tangrowth. So I decided to let my Snorlax go, and then I'm probably going to come in with Kingdra and farm down. Not really worry too much about this move. Probably is the Grass Knot. Or Power Whip, sorry. Still did a pretty decent amount. I mean, I lost 50% HP here on this Kingdra. They do come in with a Scavalier. It's okay. We do have a shield advantage, so I can shield once and maybe get to these 2 Octazookas. We do get the attack drop there, which is really nice. They can't farm us down anymore. Probably shield this anyways, and then maybe try to farm down. Maybe they'll switch out knowing they've got the drop. And then I decide, okay, they're bringing in this Lapras. We're not too scared of it on Slowbro, but I'm going to see if I can't get the attack drop before switching. I unfortunately do not get it. So we're super behind here, and they have gone for 8 Ice Shards, which means they could go Skull Bash. Whew. Running out of voice there. All right. They could go Skull Bash. We did shield properly. We're going to go for this Psychic straight away, just in case we can get the defense drop, since it costs the same amount of energy as Ice Beam. All right. So Skull Bash. How much is it going to do? We are 1 confusion away, I think, maybe 2. Okay, we're going to farm a little bit more. This is so scary. And we go for the Ice Beam. Since they cost the same, this doesn't make any sense at all. Go for the Ice Beam here. Doesn't make any sense at all either. I'm pretty sure Psychic does more to a Scavalier. And we win this matchup, but some unnecessary risk taken. So 4-1 there. What I was going to say about the Slowbro is, so I saw that he was using it in his team, and I was like, okay, let me look at the Slowpokes I have. I had a pretty decent one. I think it's ranked like 300, 200, 300, something like that. Maybe 100 something. But I fully powered it up to level 40, and I officially have no dust. Well, technically I'm down to 23,000, so I definitely need to, I don't know, I need to farm up more dust, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything else for Master League, so let's just hope I have the enough Pokemon available. We do get the defense, or the attack drop right there, and now I'm not really scared of this Empoleon at all. If you notice in the beginning, they had a fighter. What Spaghetti basically said in his Reddit thread was, if there's a fighter up front, switch to Kingdra. If not, probably just keep Snorlax in almost every single matchup. So I wonder if I shield here. You may survive. I guess I'll just shield because I have a ton of energy. And I need to 100% survive. So the question is, do I go for double Octazooka, or do I just straight go for the Dragon or the Outrage? I didn't see quite what that was, but I think I go Octazooka into Outrage. It was a Snorlax. And so it's a Shadow Snorlax too, so there's going to be pretty decent damage. When our Kingdra goes out, we probably should bring in our own Snorlax, because Slowbro does take super effective damage from the Lick, and this Snorlax already has a ton of energy. So I'm basically waiting for it to throw something, and then maybe come in with Slowbro. Or if they don't superpower, okay, they did superpower, so I want to eat the second superpower. Obviously, they were farming up to 2 there, so this is really good because it is resisted, and it already is lower attack. And they come with the Toxicroak. We have a shield for this move. We shield farm down, and then we farm down the Snorlax. Yeah, obviously Toxicroak is taking double super effective damage from Confusion there. So while Slowbro is super bulky, so it doesn't do a ton of damage, obviously if it's double super effective, that's going to be great. So Dragonite, this is a pretty even matchup. Obviously our attacks are going to be doing a lot to each other. I'm just going to take the first one. Hopefully he just takes the first one of this, and if he does, I'm going to switch into Kingdra and try to farm all the way down, because Dragon's super effective against Dragon, and since he's at 1/3 life, if he tries to stay in, he's not going to make it. Alright, Ampharos, this is the first time we're seeing it, and not the last for sure. I decided to just go for these Octazookas. They ended up not shielding. They end up not getting attack debuffed. I think we're not doing very well at the 50% attack debuff there, but it's okay. Probably shouldn't be going for these debuff moves if you aren't willing to risk it, right? So I decided I don't think I can shield, or I don't think I can survive that one, and I think I can make it to another Octazooka. And they can decide if they want to shield here or not. They do decide to shield. They do switch to Charizard. I should really be switching out to Slowbro. Man, Confusion is a 4-turn move, by the way, so if that is something that deters you, you don't like using the Pokemon 4-turn moves, because this game is really bugged and 4-turn moves can be really messed up, then I would not recommend going for this Pokemon. But, you know, we use Hypno in Great League, so I'm not opposed to using it, but sometimes it can be frustrating if the game doesn't work quite the way that it's supposed to. But, you know, you take the good with the bad. Probably come in with Snorlax here, right? Or maybe I come in with Kingdra because I'm pretty low on it. I guess I'm pretty low on both. But I'm either going to lick it down or Kingdra's going to Dragon Breath it down. So I'm not too worried about what happens here. And we actually do survive that move. Alright, game 3 of set 2. So I think, yeah, this last night or this morning, I guess we went up about 80 points using this team. So, and I made mistakes. Let's be real. I made mistakes in these games, especially using Slowbro, especially on switch outs. So the more comfortable I get with the team, maybe the better it'll become. Obviously, this person hit rank 10 using it, so it must be pretty good. We do shield the outrage there. That is really nice for us, and I'm thinking about farming it down, but I don't want to just randomly get Octazooka and then nerfed to Oblivion there. So comes in with Ampharos. I do throw this move, but now they've gotten two, well, one hidden Volt Switch, and now four regular? Man, I don't even know. So I decided to let it take me out here. I'm going to come in with Kingdra, but look how fast these freaking Thunder Punches come out. So there's one more. That's two total. He probably has enough for 3, and maybe even enough for 4 by the end. Ooh. They do switch to Gallade. We do switch as well. We can take one Leaf Blade. I think it does about 40 to 50%. We do sneak a Confusion in there. I'm going to shield the first one, but they definitely are getting to 2. And then I'm going to try to Confusion all the way down. There's 2 right there. Actually, I'm not sure if I can Confusion all the way down. I think I can. Come on. Come on. All right, now we have enough time for 2 moves here. I don't know why I go for this Ice Beam. This is obviously a mistake. Yes, you could say they're shielding it, but Psychic has a chance to actually... Oh, that's just terrible. Psychic actually has a chance to reduce the defense. Definitely play to your outs. And even if they got a Thunder Punch off there, it would not have KO'd. All right, 4th game, Lieutenant Luigi. I like that name. Another Swampert lead. So they almost always farm up to the Earthquake. I probably should be letting it... I'm pretty sure I lose this game if I remember. I probably should be letting it do a Hydro Cannon to Snorlax, but I'm trying to catch. And then I'm like, did I catch? And I think this is actually an Earthquake. So our opponent's very quick to think. And then this Muck is horrific for us. Probably need to shield this. Maybe I should be coming in with Snorlax instead of shielding this down, but I thought, I have energy. Let me just go for it. I don't think they end up shielding this, which really sucks. We do get the attack drop. Oh, I remember this game. Oh, I remember this game. We lose to like 1 HP in a dream right here. I'm like, okay, maybe I can farm it all the way down. 4th Snarl. They get it in at 1 HP, and that really sucks. For the rest of this match, we're just terrible now because they have 2 shield advantage on us. So now I bring in Slowbro to give a little bit of energy advantage and hope that they don't really have a counter to it. I'm going to count and switch out for the Earthquake here. Hoping that my Slowbro is still good enough for whatever's in the back, because they did bring in Swampert, but it's not really going to be good enough. Yeah, we're going to throw the superpower out, and if it lands, we have a really good chance, but the odds of it landing are almost impossible there. They have 2 shields. Why even let anything come through? Should definitely go for the Psychic, but I'm sure I go for this Ice Beam again. At this point, I'm probably just tilted that they lived with 1 HP. I really should have thrown that Octazooka at the Alolan Muck, but I really thought I could get there, and that's just unfortunate, right? Sometimes you go for the risky plays. It could have worked out very good for me. I could have Octazooka the thing in the back to give myself an advantage there, and we actually almost did make it to that Psychic. I'm not sure that actually would KO, though. All right, so 4th game, we come into another Alolan Sandslash. This guy actually ends up swapping instantly. Comes in with a Shadow Dragonite. I throw the Body Slam. If this lands, it's going to do a ton of damage. I probably need to stay in on this Snorlax a little bit until they throw a Dragon Claw, and then I probably need to shield it. I probably do go for this Body Slam, or do I switch out to Kingdra? Okay, probably go for this Body Slam and then switch out. Unless it's low enough to farm, and then in which case, that's pretty good for me. Alright, if they come back in with Scavalier, I think we can make it. Okay, this is fine too. So now you gotta think, what's better against a Scavalier? It's probably gonna be Kingdra. So I decided to come in with Slowbro here. I'm gonna take 1. Like I said, it only does about 40-50%. Yeah, it looks like it does about 55 maybe, but I'll shield this one and then farm down, or I'll just let it go. Actually, it makes sense. Kingdra can farm this all the way down, have a little bit of energy against the Escavalier. I'm waiting out my timer so that I also can use the Snorlax as a shield. And, oh, not a Scavalier, different steel type. Yeah, a Alolan Sandslash. Still going to go for these Octazookas. Obviously, it resists Outrage, and the Octazooka has the extra added effect of, while being neutral, also has a chance to lower the attack, which is obviously going to be able to help a lot. Probably shield this one up, and then look to sacrifice Slowbro on the next one. I believe it's 6 Ice. What is it? Powder Snows? Do not do that one, right? Probably could have just stayed in. I think we live this, though, and we get this Octazooka off. I'm pretty sure this KOs. If not, it's close. The Dragon Breath will KO before a Powder Snow comes in. And then, obviously, the Dragon Breaths come in way faster than Confusion from Gallade. So, there's that team. I went 8-2 with it in these 2 sets. Within all discretion, I did play 1 set before this to try the team out in general. I went 2-3. One of those wins was in Open Master League because I accidentally queued for that. So technically, I went 1-3 in Ultra Premier before that. But that was really not knowing the team at all. And yeah, I still have a lot of work to do to learn more. But obviously, in my second and third set, which was these sets, I was able to pick it up pretty fast. So things I noticed are if you feel bad in the Snorlax matchup, just safe swap to Kingdra. They'll put in a usual counter to Water type, which then would leave your Slowbro with a lot of extra room to work with in the back, hopefully with 1 shield, almost the same way we use the Scrafty comp in Great League. You know, it's going to be able to sweep because Munchlax shares weaknesses. So shared weaknesses with Kingdra mean that you can hopefully sweep in the back. Also, Snorlax in the front is really neutral against almost everything, so your opponent's going to be really hard-pressed to figure out whether or not the Pokemon they have in front is really good against your back, or if they should just leave it in the neutral matchup, win against the Snorlax, and then find out they have no counter to Water in the back. So those are the things I learned. Also, all 3 of them have really good fast attacks, so that's another good thing. Sometimes you don't need the shields to win. You saw in that Tangrowth matchup. Is it Tangrowth? Tangrowth? No, that's not it. I don't remember the name of it. Against that grass Pokemon, it is Tangrowth. I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah. Against Tangrowth, you saw they had 2 shields, and we still power down because of the power of the fast moves on Snorlax. So, all right. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.